Good morning, everybody. Sorry about that. I was distracted just posting my story here. Okay, good morning, everybody. How are we all doing? Morning, Millet, Chris, RS, Ed. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are doing swell. NFP today. You guys ready to have a good day? Yay, nay. Okay. What are we thinking for NFP, folks? What do you guys have for thoughts? I'll show you mine, you show me yours. Take this off as well. Okay, so large sell-off overnight from what we see. Yesterday, longs were actually very clean out of the 10 a.m. low. I grabbed those yesterday. Um, but from there, let's break it down what occurred. So we had this 4 hour breaker here. I'm going to just keep that there. Don't need that. Don't need. We had this 4 hour breaker, right, from last week, or rather from this week on Wednesday. -2 standard deviations had yet to be met as of yesterday. Yesterday, we formed a really nice low inside of this 4 hour for value gap, taking out all that sell side liquidity that we had generated from the prior week, right? All of these lows. And we had expanded back up above into the London high and also tagging back into that 4 hour breaker, as you can see right here, right? So this 4 hour breaker, we also had SMT with ES at the previous day 10 a.m. and we had previous day high SMT as well with YM. So taking back into the breaker, SMT at that breaker, projections not yet met. Now we had our sell off. We then meet these standard deviations. We are still respecting this 4 hour fair value gap here as of right now. And currently, what we got going on is we actually have a Asia high SMT. We have multiple SMTs at the highs with YM. That's just been the case. And we also have some SMT with the previous daily low with ES and YM as well. So NQ taking liquidity, ES has failed to. We also have this Asia high SMT here, which is also the high of a, it's not a 4 hour. I guess technically it could be. And we have, with that SMT, we have also created a 15-minute breaker block that I've annotated already here. We did close below it in the 745 candle, hourly candle closing bearish. I personally want to see us raid the lows and go higher. I think that this 4 hour leg has kind of played out. I don't know if it's going to hold for sure. That will be something that we just have to wait for confirmation on. Um, but there is also a world in which this 15-minute breaker gets used and we trade back down into these high time frame daily lows from last week. This was the bank holiday. So the daily candles aren't as clean, but these are some relative equal lows here. We also have the new week opening gap from May 24th as well. Could see us get down into there. Check my, yeah, so you could see it there. It's the previous week. Get down into that area. That's also a possibility. And the projections do line up quite well. The -4 of the 4-hour breaker takes you into the gap, the new week opening gap. -4 of the 15-minute breaker takes you just below these two lows right yonder. So that's another thing that I might be looking at too, right? Keep that. It's a little bit too dark. Let's go like that. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think NFP takes us lower than we just long to the close. I kind of agree with that. Uh, Low expected number for NFPs is Chris. Grizzly says NQ runs out equal lows. S&T take ES to go higher. Okay. Yeah, looks like we're all kind of thinking the same thing, hey? Good morning. I'm just getting into futures. Moving over from day trading, this feels way more technical and predictable. How so? What makes it more technical? As in, like, and when you say day trading, do you mean that you were previously doing stocks? Welcome, by the way, also. Happy to have you here. We love the futures market up in here. With day trading, I was following momentum day trading. I see. Okay. So like break and retests. Low float, high volume. Okay. See, that's all foreign to me. I mean, there's so many different things to involve yourself with when it comes to the financial markets, right? There's so many different ways to make money. But welcome, man. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, the futures market for us, I mean, the way that we look at it is a lot of technical. So a lot of technical analysis, utilizing sweeps of liquidity, divergences, um, standard deviation projections, breaker blocks, things like that. Mainly like a lot of ICT concept stuff. Um, a lot of ICT concepts if you're familiar with that. Small cap stocks, big wins, quick entry and exits. I watched Kane's interview on Chart Fanatics. Okay. I haven't seen that one. That 50-minute breaker is actually kind of printing. 15 minutes until NFP though. That was super clear and informative. Informative, huge showing targeting bottom or top of daily candle wick. Okay. Yeah, his model primarily does put himself inside of the wick of a high time frame candle. So whether it's the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, you name it. And I think that's the goal across all traders, um, is to basically position yourself within the wick of a candle that's set to expand, right? It's kind of the rough, idea, the rough goal of everyone, right? Morning, Alex. I'm already done for today, shorted from 217 and a half. Shit. Nice, dude. Morning, Jack. Come to watch some fireworks? Yeah. We'll see, hey? Maybe NFP actually does something this time. Short of that fake pump plus SMT with the S easy peasy. Yeah, yeah. Nice, dude. The Asia high SMT with the 8 o'clock high. How do you know SMT? Is there an indicator you have on your chart? Yeah, so I do use an indicator for my SMTs, but for me, SMT is, I mean, I've been doing this for long enough that I kind of just know how to read SMTs, right? So I learned them through ICT concepts. Where did I learn SMT? Was it 2022 model? Might have been 2022 or 2023 mentorship. um, However, a quick explanation of it, right, is say you have two different assets that move in tandem, right? They move in synchronized fashion. So let's say just for sake of ease, oopsie poopsie. Just for sake of ease, we have NQ on the left side and we have ES. So the E-mini S&P on the right side, right? I'll do a bullish SMT and a bearish SMT example, okay? So bullish SMT would be very, very simple and crude depiction of it, but you have NQ taking out a low, okay? And then you'll have ES failing to take out that same low, okay? That right there, in very layman terms, is your smart money technique, smart money tool, whatever you want to call it, your SMT. That's your divergence, right? You have a Kraken correlation between correlated and inversely correlated assets, right? One takes liquidity, one fails. That would be bullish SMT. Okay. On the opposite end, for bearish, you'll have one asset take the liquidity, one asset fail to take the liquidity, right? Again, one takes the high, one fails the high. It's your divergence, right? Because if they truly are correlated assets, then the market was being true in that specific point in price, they would both take that high, right? Seeing as they don't, that tells us that there is some sort of divergence and Kraken correlation going on there, which tells us that there is some sort of operation going on, like a liquidity sweep that is meant to drive price lower in reverse, right? So we kind of say like smart money is operating in and around that area. That's fair to assume. I just look at it as a divergence and a Kraken correlation, kind of like a breadcrumb sign that the market wants to reverse from that area. Okay. Hope that helps. There are many different types of SMT, DB. They all have to do with liquidity though. It just looks different. This is the basic form though. And also don't, you're not being a bother. It's actually encouraged to chat in here and hang out and ask questions, right? Otherwise things get pretty stale. So, I hope that helped. Let's see. Good morning, Bray. How much RR would you make in a week on average? Ooh, varies, obviously. There's no static number. For example, I guess this week I'm up 4R. Last week was 3, 4R as well. Um, yeah, it varies month to month, but like anywhere from like obviously like red weeks are possible, but if on a positive week, anywhere from 2 to 6 or 7R at higher points. Nowadays, NFP does not have the power to rally the market. Yeah, the market just doesn't care, it seems. Hey, all they want to know, all they want to talk about is, all they want to be fed is war news. Morning, new subscriber, ICT trader, learning futures since March. Also found you through Kane's Chart Fanatics interview, which was fire, by the way. Keep it up. Your stream is definitely helping me. Hey, man, welcome. Happy to have you here. What was I going to say? Why do I have a brain fart? So you found us through Kane's Chart Fanatics interview as well. That's awesome. Is this your first stream here, Shelby? Or have you been kind of hanging out in streams for a while? I just don't recognize the name. I guess you said new subscribers, so that probably answers that question. Your second stream. Okay, well, awesome. Awesome. We plan to keep it up. I'm glad that you're enjoying the streams. And if you have any questions, feel free to fire them in the chat. We'll be happy to help you out. I will have Alex joining me at 9. So in about in about 35 minutes. Hey Tom, doing well. How are you? Mohammed, good morning. I didn't miss any questions, did I? No, I don't think so. Good. Okay. Where do you see it going, Bray? Those equal lows? It's a possibility. I have two ideas in my head. I think we can either work off of this 15-minute bearish breaker and get down into kind of below these lows. So for longs, I'm looking for a couple potential scenarios in which I will have an opportunity to get in on a confirmation. So first, maybe sweep out this low, get some sort of breaker confirmation here to then take us up back into, I don't know about maybe the previous daily high, up anywhere up in here would be swell, up into this big inefficiency from the overnight. Could also see us get down lower, down into this kind of area here, the -2, -2.5 of the 50-minute breaker, right? Which would be a deeper cut. Those are the two long scenarios. Another thing we could see in 3 minutes is us just completely dump and get into the relative equal lows from, what is it, 2 weeks ago? Last week. Down in the May 25th and May 26th low. And also there's the new week opening gap down here as well, which I'll mark out. Actually, zoom in so I can actually get the right. Yeah. So those levels are kind of what I'm looking for. We got a minute and a half until. Sorry, I have to keep clearing my throat. Pardon me. Morning, Shams. Yeah. Not interested in any sort of position on this. I'm not really interested in shorting at the lows here. All we have is a failure swing. We did sweep into the 4-hour fair value gap here and created that SMT there, which definitely does look nice. But don't often trade before NFP. This does look like a valid short, though. I can see it dropping into this low here. I think if it wasn't NFP today, I would be a lot more aggressive and I would be wanting to short into my POI, but not today. Not with NFP. This is NFP, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's so wound up. about potential NFP reactions, and this is the slap dick candle that you get out of it, unless things pick up in the next few seconds. But NFP, yeah, non-farm payroll. So another thing you'll learn, DB, in your journey in futures trading, um, and like trading equities markets and not just small cap stocks, is that the market reacts usually very heavily to economic data. So things like non-farm payroll, which is essentially employment numbers for everyone outside of that farming industry, um, CPI, consumer price index, so like your track of inflation, um, GDP, unemployment claims, producer price index, tons and tons of different news events. But the big ones are going to be CPI, NFP, and FOMC, which FOMC is your interest rate decision, which happens every, what is it, 3 months? They do it 8 times a year, I think. They meet eight times a year. I think 8 times. I don't know. Those are your three big ones. Yeah, CPI and NFP don't mean fuck all anymore, it seems. CPI means a little more than NFP just because inflation numbers are a direct kind of reflection of what's going on with the war. Uh, yeah, Trump is uh, Trump is your biggest news driver nowadays, as Kareem said. How long do you hold your average trade? Also varies. Depends on the fractal time frame that I'm entering on. Could be anywhere from 15 minutes up to the whole day. By the way, doing good. I went through a small mental dip after my first payouts, but I just stayed locked in on my strategy and focused on taking the cleanest setups possible. Excuse me. You spend years wondering if you're ever going to make it. And then when the first payouts finally come, you start wondering if you can keep the momentum going. How did you handle that transition? Um, honestly, same as you. It takes a toll on your mental. I feel like everybody will be like that when they start getting some payouts. They initially will see that money, and then they will, instead of wondering, like you said, about if they can even, you know, collect payouts, then they start to shift their word to go, okay, can I keep getting paid? Right. And it's just the reality of being a human, right? The human brain is designed to worry like 80% of the time. Like your brain wants you to worry because it's a survival instinct, right? So it's something that we just was passed down from ancestors. Your brain is built to worry, right? So that's kind of like the whole that kind of ties into, I'll be happy once I have this. And it's like, no, you won't. You'll have that and then you'll worry about something else. You'll be sad that you don't have something else, or you'll be worried about the new thing, right? So the way that you handle that is you focus on your process, right? And you find happiness where your feet are, and you don't find it in any sort of outcome or product that you're being given, right? You find it in other things. And it's just practice, right? So find joy in executing your process in your model, Tom, instead of finding joy in taking payouts, right? Because the money is just a byproduct of your good habits on the charts, right? It's just a byproduct of that. So it's just going to take time, and it's going to take you having to lock in, like you said, and stick to that process. You're not going to wake up one day and it's not just going to be easy, right? That's never what it's going to be. You're going to have days where it's very easy, but like for the most part, like this is a hard business. It's a hard business to be in. So, yeah, one quote that I really like to live by is that, and it kind of helps and it pertains to this specific, um, scenario that people can run into once they get payouts. It's if you constantly think that happiness is somewhere else, it's never going to be where you are, right? So if you constantly think that happiness is, oh, I'll be happy when I get a payout. Oh, I'll be happy when I pay off that debt. I'll be happy when I, can replace my income with trading. I'll be happy when I can get a better car. I'll be happy when I can, afford this, that, or the other thing. A lot of it's tied to money. Or I'll be happy when I look this specific way. Those are fleeting things. All of those things are fleeting, meaning the novelty wears off extremely fast. So try to find joy in other things. Okay, there's that low taken out. Does everyone play this game with prop firms? Majority of people in here, yeah. I think we have some people trade. We have people trading live capital or like personal capital as well. But either way, good morning, 007. Okay, so now we have Asia low S&T with ES and YM. Midnight. What's the opening price of that midnight candle? 163.25. Just projecting the midnight opening price here. I'm going to keep that there, and then I'm going to move that guy over. Midnight standard deviation. This is the 15-minute chart that I'm on. I'm going to breaker created there. Oh boy. Do I really want to be taking a 1 minute breaker? Yeah, my issue with this currently is we've swept out this low, which looks nice. We do have yet to take or meet projections of the 15-minute breaker and the midnight opening price projection. Fuck. It's a tough one. Very solid reaction out of it. Hi, George. Catch up. Yeah, nice reaction out of that 1 minute breaker. -4 is red on Asia high. This might have been a printer that I just missed. Yeah. No, I don't blame you, Tom. This is where I struggle taking 1 minute breakers at high time frame lows. It's just I run into issues with taking them personally. I like to wait for a little more info. Morning, Jace. We do have a really nice 5 minute prepped too. And that takes us kind of back up into the gap. So I think that could be the next possible area. Like that would give me a little more confirmation. Morning, Drew. 8:30 driver took my draw for the open. Not sure what we do now. I think we go lower. You'll find another opportunity, I think. When you are only trading a single instrument, how far back in time do you go to create support and resistance? For me, intraday trading on NASDAQ, about 3 days up to the previous week is pretty good, in my opinion. If you have the previous 3 days worth of liquidity, like I think you have enough. So if keep zooming out, your external highs and lows just keep getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, if they need to. If projections call for it. If I were to long, I'd prefer ES instead of NQ for sure. Yeah, ES has kind of been the leader. Or not the leader, but like it's been stronger than NQ. I expect to go into that line and high into that H4 for value. Yeah. Yeah, it could. Asia high would be the target. Yeah, the 1 minute breaker was a little bit too early for me, given that I did want to see just a little bit of a deeper dig. Wanted to see us get to projections, maybe prep a 15-minute breaker. What indicators do you use in your chart? I use ICT kill zones and pivots right here. It's a free indicator. I use a new day divider to divide up the days by Colorado Hughes. That's a great indicator. And I use an SMT indicator just for ease of me not having to mark it up or look for SMTs. This one is a paid one though. So I think there's a couple things going on in my head right now in the old noggin. It's that we could go and form a swing high above this 815 high and create a 15-minute breaker to go sweep out that low, meet projections, and then go. Maybe not that low. Yeah. Or we can create this 5 minute. The thing is if we go and we do that, like if we go and we prep a new 15-minute breaker, that could very well result in us confirming this 5-minute breaker here. Let's actually, no, let's keep it brown just to kind of differentiate. That could mean that we confirm the 5-minute and we could set the swing high and then go and manipulate that low. So there's going to be a kind of a tough decision to make if we do get up here, right? Because we could confirm the 5 and just rip. Absolutely, we could do that. But we could also take out the high and melt it from there. I think we'll just have to kind of wait and see, depending on what time it is. If we're closer to 9:30 maybe, and we're up here and we haven't confirmed the breaker yet, I'm probably going to be inclined to assume that we're likely just going to sweep it and go lower and then create that swing. But for the time being, I'm flat. I notice Kane has a widget that displays multiple time frames at the same time. Are these proprietary indicators or widgets? They're indicators. I think it's 2 degrees. It's like high time frame PO3 or something like that. I don't know if it's a free one or not. I think I have it. Yeah, it's a free one. It's this one, high time frame power 3. Oh, okay. When is launch created one too? Yeah, I forgot about that. How's it going, Twisted? I'm doing well, man. How are you doing? Thanks, Brad. Could you briefly explain what a unicorn is? Unicorn is just a breaker with a fair value gap attached to it. So like, let's find a good. There's probably one yesterday. 1 minute breaker, fair value gap overlapping, unicorn. Um, Same thing. Actually, yeah, it's just a 5-minute one. Yeah, that's all it is. No problem, Holiday. Very, very simple. If you can identify a breaker and a fair value gap, you can identify a unicorn. Oh yeah, tons of different recommendations. Thank you for dropping those in the chat, guys. M1 IFG 843 candle, so clean on NQ. Yeah, it's printing for you, isn't it? So we're not getting any confirmation. We're just kind of sitting here. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, Mario. Is these lows down here at 744? These equal lows. However, that would mean that we invalidate a 4-hour breaker that hasn't met projections yet. Tough one. Tough one indeed. Hmm. I just got what the NFP number was. They like doubled the estimate. The US economy adds 172,000 jobs in May, crushing expectations of 85,000. The unemployment rate was 4.3%, in line with expectations of 4.3%. April's job number was also revised by plus 64,000 jobs. This marks the second strongest US job reports in 13 months. Pretty deadly. Canada added jobs as well. I think majority of people use um, DB, use TradingView DB. Traders fully price in quarter point Fed rate hike by year end. Okay. Let me show you guys something. Use the Fed Watch tool. See if I can remember how to do this. So the current base rate is or target rate is 350 to 375. When is our last meeting? December 9th, 2026. I can't remember how I did this. It's like finding weight. Here, I'm gonna have to look it up. It basically like tells you like to how you can price in like how many cuts we're gonna have this year. So if you look at the end of the year, I'll share a chart with you guys. Can I zoom out of this fucking thing? It's not important. See if it'll let me. There we go. Okay. So I set the tab to the last meeting. So December 9th, 2026. That's the last time we meet. The FOMC will meet and make a decision on the interest rates. The current target rate is 350 to 375 basis points. Okay. There is a 43% chance that the target rate is going to be 375 to 400. There's a 21% chance that the base rate is going to be 400 to 425. And there's a 30.9% chance that the target rate is going to stay the same. With such oil price, we expect cuts? No, we're expecting hikes. Because of inflation being out of fucking control. Well, I won't say out of control. Sticky. We'll say sticky. So yeah, then there's a way that you can calculate by like measuring weighted. There's a calculation somewheres. Uh, I had a chat GPT conversation figuring out how to do it. I need to remember this because it's important. Stand by. Yeah, it's a way to like calculate how many cuts or hikes are expected. Ah,
Hello, hello.
so you're calculating expected value. So to do that, you take, or what's the chart doing? Okay, we're
Really?
just moving well into that low. I won't take up much more of your time. Oh, Alex is here too. Fuck me. Okay, I'll wrap it up quick. I'll wrap it up quick in a second here. Okay, so to calculate how many cuts you're going to have by the end of the year, you basically do what's called an expected value calculation. So, for example, 350, 375, that's no cuts. So you just multiply zero by that, which obviously gets you zero. Okay. Then you take or one hike multiplied by 0.43, which would be 0.43. And then you do two hikes by 0.21. So 2 times 0.21, which would be 0.41. So we're basically saying you add these up, and then that would equal to like whatever 80% chance that we get, or zero, we're priced in for 0.8 hikes this year. So like nearly 100% priced in for at least one hike is kind of what the math is saying in layman terms. I didn't do the math exactly in my head, but that's kind of how you do that. Not that any of you guys give a shit because we're intraday traders, but I wanted to nerd out for a second. And Alex is here, so he can. He's not in yet, or is he?
Hello.
Hello, sorry.
What's up?
I
What's
went
up?
off. I went off for a second.
I know. I was just waiting. We'll let him finish that thought. Guys, this gold short from yesterday's session. My goodness gracious.
Oh shit! Dunking on
Hourly
him.
OB, hourly OB. Um, yeah, this was the one I was like, I'm so bearish gold. Unbelievably bearish gold. What's up, Auntie? Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
I just got your message, Alex. We can get into that quickly if you want.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not worth, you know, because then
Okay.
it'd probably take us longer than we
Then we'll
want
get
it.
it. Then we're going to get into earnings and multiples and stuff like that. That's what I
What's
would
up,
get
DB?
into.
Oh, good to see you. Auntie, Slayer, what's up? Damn, good to see you guys. Good to see. Good to see. Hold on. Let me get everything set up here. Morning. What's up, Dylan? 8393. How are you guys? Anyways, so we finally got a couple things going, right? Um, Next week, fun little fact. Let me tell you guys exactly what will be going on next week. One sec. I actually used to really mind two fa factor authentication, but now I really kind of appreciate it. I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, this is kind of
The
great.
extra 10 seconds saves
Yeah,
you so much hassle.
I know. Okay, let's see here. So we have 10 50K TPT accounts to give away next week. So
W's.
I need everyone in top form, an absolute top form next week. Because A, we're going to be looking for obviously the most active people. B, we're going to be doing the quiz, which we were supposed to do this week, but unfortunately we had to, you know, change a couple things and modify it and make it better. Um, and C, yeah, we just need the most active people. So we'll be requiring, just a couple of different things. We'll tell you guys next week, obviously. Um, but you guys know that the Lab Live is obviously sponsored by Prop from Compare. And so, um, yeah, we wanted to do something nice. So next week, if you are active in the show, if you're watching the show, you'll know exactly what we'll need. We'll also post about it, but just so everybody's aware and everybody in here that's watching, we'll kind of drop them as we go because we don't want it to just be, oh, here's a giveaway. Good luck, everybody. We want it to just be almost kind of like a fun activity based, um, challenges, etc. And so, yeah, next week we've got 10 of those 10 50K TPT accounts, which are actually my favorite account. So stay tuned for that next week. People could at least smash the like button for this sneak peek, right? Yeah. Yeah, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. If you're watching on X or Twitter, head over to youtube.com/@thelab live. Um, because the truth of the matter is, and I don't say this to sound cocky at all, but the last 3 to 4 weeks, I don't think anybody's been doing it like how the lab has been doing it.
I don't think so.
So and that's just me being honest.
Tons of wins.
Like I think Juno has literally out of the last month, he's probably only taken like 3 losing days.
Yeah, that's actually nuts.
I don't
Actually,
think
gotta
we've
look
had
at
a
my
single
stats.
day in the last 3 weeks where
There
uh
isn't a win on stream.
yeah, there isn't a win on stream. So yes, Miami Slayer, hot dog. Hot dog. Dun 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 dun.
Hot dog, hot
Hot
diggity
diggity
dog.
dog.
It's a brand new day. What you waiting for?
Um, anyways, what are you looking for? This is feeling kind of weak. Equal lows. I know everybody's talking about these. I'm listening to that right now. Oh, you got it on for your kids, or are you just bumping that?
Right.
Uh, anyways, I love this 2 up, man. I love it.
It's so good.
It's so good. Shit, I mean, I bumped that too. What's your guilty pleasure?
Me?
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'm not talking about it.
Me?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. What's your guilty
like
pleasure?
like I have a lot of them. I have a lot of vices.
Hmm.
Like you ever drink a beer before?
Oh, come on. But that's not really, anything out of the ordinary.
Um um
You don't have like that one
mm,
thing where it's like, I mean,
no,
for
I don't
me,
have one
it's
like well yeah, what's yours? And then maybe I'll get like
an idea.
maybe yeah.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, it is kind of a good question. Because I just immediately think of food.
Or you think of food. So when you ask me that, the first thing that came to mind is smoking cigs. But you said, but that does that really count as like a guilty pleasure?
I mean, I guess it does, right?
I mean, I do feel guilty while doing it, but it's also very nice, you know?
It is very nice,
It's very
yes.
nice.
Uh, we'll try it on a trade, Graham. Anti. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trust me, I've got the timing down on this. Anyways. Yeah, it looks like we're seeking lower here, to be honest. I'm not gonna be a scalp desire. Yeah, 15-second scalp. That's your guilty guilty pleasure. Scalping the
Fuck
person.
no.
Uh okay, yeah. I'm actually bearish today, guys, which means we're probably gonna go up.
Hell yeah.
When the most bullish person you know turns bearish, it's the sign. But I'm looking for this low here at the 760s. I think we're just gonna have some issues getting below 30,000 flat. But I don't know. We'll see. From a daily perspective, we've just kind of been distributing. So Wednesday took Tuesday's high, Thursday continuation into the downside, and then now Friday is just doing what Thursday was actually supposed to do. Heard full port longs. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Did anybody watch Juno's stream this morning? Iceman, baby. Uh, Woke up a bit too late. Yeah, same here. I was supposed to wake up at 8:15, and
Damn. I want your time zone so bad, dude.
I ended up waking up at like 8:47.
What?
Like,
Dude. I don't think I've woken up at 8:47. I can't even remember the last time I woke up. I slept
really?
in. And I don't sleep in like that.
It's hard for me to now. Like I kind of just usually wake up at 8 naturally, like with nothing.
Even then,
Um,
man.
but yeah, I know you'd be waking up early as hell. You're a little morning bird.
I have to be.
Yeah, man.
I'm 2 hours behind New York. They get up at 10 after 5 today.
Oof. But what time do you usually? What's like a good hour for you?
Uh, if I'm not doing anything, like if I have no commitments that day,
Yeah. Yeah.
7,
Oh, okay.
7-ish.
I like waking up early. Like I used to when I was in college, I hated it. I was like,
Oh,
what's the
I mean,
point? The night is
what
young.
young
I'm staying out.
yeah, what young kid doesn't like to sleep in and stay
I
up
was like,
late?
"Dude,
And
how could we waste this beautiful night
yeah, no, I like
sleeping
waking up
here?
early.
Pockets up at 4 a.m. You're crazy. Kids do that to you. I feel like so many of you guys in here have kids. Fathers, I like sleeping late and waking up early.
Should probably fix that. I mean, you're
Yeah.
young, Alex, too. So I feel like, man, if there's one thing that I could pass on to like anyone that's like multiple years younger than I am, it's like take care of your sleep. God damn.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly.
get 7 plus, like get between 6 and 8 hours a night. Like, oh my goodness, the changes.
I feel like I do sleep 7 hours, but it's not like high quality sleep.
That's another thing too. Like they used to say like 8 hours a night. That's what you need. But like sleep quality is more
It is
important than
more
sleep
important, yeah.
quantity. So like make sure you set the mood for the sleep, right? The
Try 3:30
temperature.
every day. Bro, fuck that.
Yeah,
Just no way in hell.
that's fucking witching hour. Between 3 and 4. Dude, that's between 3 and 4. You ever notice, you ever watch like a scary movie?
The
Scary movie like a
witching
horror
hour.
or a paranormal movie? Like it's always between, isn't it 3 and 4 a.m.?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the fucking devil's hour, dude.
But how do you even increase the quality of your sleep? Apart
Supplementation, temperature.
Temperature?
No, like screen time is huge. Getting rid of blue
Yeah, I
light,
need to. I'm bad with that.
like wear blue light blockers or just don't or read a book, dude, instead of looking at your phone. Um,
I need to do better
don't
with it.
eat super close to bedtime.
Yeah, that I don't do for sure.
There's lots of things you could do. Magnesium and zinc, as Pocket said. Yeah, no gooning before bed, especially.
Noted. Alex will read one page and knock out. Yeah,
Dude,
literally.
reading before bed is like the ultimate sleep hack. If you want to have a
Noted.
good sleep, I need to get better at reading. I'm not like I know how to read. I don't need to like get better like that. But like
Uh.
there it is. I need to read more. You'll have me fucking doing the reading, using the finger. I read at a third grade level. Yeah, I also trade at a third grade level. That fa was fucking perfect. uh, laugh at my pain. That's fucking funny. I do know how to read. That'd be a hell of a rumor to start. Hey, yeah, one of the lab live traders doesn't know how to read. Uh,
Uh,
yeah, I can only
can
read
only
PA.
read. Shit. I mean, if you made me choose, if you really made me choose between being illiterate and being able to read the charts,
No one ever paid me 5 figures for reading a fucking book.
exactly. Uh,
Ah, frick, man. What do we got going on here? So this 50-minute breaker is still doing the business. We don't have any sort of breaker prepped either to go up. Yeah, me no English. Only NQES and YM.
11 minutes till the open here. Oh, my mouse is slowly dying. Good luck. Thanks, Yellow. Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, good luck, sir. Good luck.
Good luck, sir.
He's been hanging out in our streams, but he also has his own little,
I
I
know,
don't
I
know if
saw.
it's little. He has his own live stream. I didn't mean to say little as in like it's small. I've never looked at it,
It's
but
just a phrase.
he's got his own thing. Yeah, it's a Canadian thing. Like we just say like little before something, not to like minimize it, but like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
A little bit of Monica by my side.
Yeah.
I don't know how the rest. A little bit of Erica is all I need. A little bit of breakers in my life. This thing's gonna dump at 9:30.
We'll see. We'll see.
I will be shorting 9:30.
Do you call your thing Lil Bray? Yes, sir. I do. Okay, Darian. I can't be getting it from I can't be getting it from moderators in here.
Yeah. Uh, I can't sleep. Nighttime is New York open. Oh, that's true. I mean, you are in the moderator moderated
Yeah, he moderated himself.
himself. Yeah.
I'll remember that, Darian. I'll remember that the next time you try to get fresh with someone on X. Darian do be Darian do be hitting on women on X.
This is kind of true.
Why are you as a man thinking about women? That is a feminine trait. You should be thinking of war.
Yeah. You should be thinking of oil and fracking.
And fracking.
And fucking Coors Banquet.
You should be thinking of blue collarhood.
Yeah. I read a book before sleeping. Thanks. Yeah, nice. You're, it's like 10 minutes a little late to the conversation, but
He's a monk though, so it's okay. He's a
he's a
monk.
monk. I would actually probably benefit from going to one of those monk.
Monasteries.
Yeah.
You should go. We should go to the one where they just beat the fuck out of you with sticks.
Okay.
What are those? Are those Shaolin monks? Is that what they are? Shaolin
What's the
monks?
benefit of that?
Um, you get to hit people with sticks.
What's the ROI?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's the Shaolin monks. Those guys are fucking crazy, dude.
T minus 7 minutes. Monk in terms of a monkey. I'm trying to learn how to speak. Stretch like Shaolin.
Yeah, it
Your
toughens you up.
broken bones will heal back harder.
You gotta drink
This is
you gotta drink some milk. You
this
gotta
is
drink
true for
milk.
everything. Time to focus. It's Money Friday. Exactly. Let it dump at 9:30. That's all I'm saying. For fuck's sake, I thought it was getting drunk Friday. Me too. Yeah, boys. There's just not much to narrate here. I'm not really particularly looking for something. Nothing feels incredibly obvious, and it's a Friday, and you guys know me. You guys know exactly how I feel about Fridays. It's a take it slow kind of day. Last day of the week. You don't want to go into the weekend being like, God, I was such a idiot. I know we're all guilty of that shit.
I just realized that my highest profit day on my 150K is higher than it should have been, so now I need to make more. It's like a staggering difference too. Like it's like 300 bucks more. So like I think 1800 bucks is like the sweet spot for 20% consistency.
1800
Yeah,
for what account?
for 150K because it's $9,000
Oh yeah.
minimum
Yeah,
profit,
yeah.
so 1800 bucks.
1200.
Highest profit day is 2098. So that's like yeah,
2098?
I think it's like over 10.
Yeah, just multiply it by 5.
Oh, true. Yeah, 10,005.
10,500? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they're melting this before the open. That's hilarious. Breaking. Is that for a straight to funded? Yeah, I'm assuming, yeah. It's
Jordan's
so
lippy
crazy
today.
how much of a difference like 5% makes. Because if you guys have a straight to funded, at least with Tradify, your first payout is 20% consistency, which means that you need to make 5 times whatever your biggest day is. Um, but then on your second payout, it's 25%, and then you only need to make 4 times what your biggest. daily win or whatever day was. So just going from 20 to 25% already.
Is that Tradeify?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know the consistency changed.
it changes on your payouts, and then on the third payout, I think it's 30%.
On on Lightnings?
On the straight to funded. Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah. Second is yeah, first profit target is 4K or 9K. Second is 4.5K. Yeah, they also slash the profit target. So realistically, the hardest payout is the first one. After you get the first one,
hmm
it becomes a lot easier. Yeah. Second is 45. What's the third, Alex? You know? I think the third is either 30% or something along those lines. Third and subsequent is 30%. Yeah. So it just gets easier.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull up the page here. Okay.
Jarvis,
Pull
pull up the thing.
up the tingy.
Pu- Pull up the thingy.
Oh, wait. Profit goal table for accounts purchased after September 12th, 2025. First payout, profit goal 9,000. Payout 2 plus profit goal is 4,500.
Jarvis, do something about this. Price
I don't see
action
anything. I don't see anything about consistency. I mean, I'll find out once it'll, the consistency number will change on my dashboard. So
the consistency will
still got some work to do then.
with what?
To get my payout. I forgot that I had a bigger profit day. I thought I was because I'm at 7,300 right now. So I thought I needed
Oh, nice. You're not that far.
seven, no, 1,700. But I am in fact 3,200.
I am, in fact, inevitable. Check DM, Bray. Yeah, Bray, check those DMs, Bray.
Oh, great. Okay, thanks, Alex. Alix, as Leo calls you, Alix.
Alex.
I don't know what the open wants to do. I think it's just going to target these projections down here.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just dump at the open. Truth be told. But we shall see.
Fake up then dump. I would love a fake up then dump to create some sort of swing. But we need an up close candle, which is going to be tough to ask um, if we are going to go lower. Because I want to see us form a breaker on the 15 to get long from at 10. But might not. So my eyes are going to be on the -2 of the 15-minute breaker from 4:45 and -2 standard deviations of the midnight projections.
Yeah, it's hard to see a scenario where they don't dump this, I think. To be honest.
Yeah, nothing's even prepped for higher. Flat.
Yeah, it
Flat,
could be
flat,
a
flat.
shitty open. Flat for me, flat for you. Grind up, then TGIF down. Oof, jeez, Louise.
TGIF. The fucking week's already bearish, dude.
Crazy move here. All right, let's see. Get a closure below 57s. No, it's just moving higher. Continuously moving higher here. Do we have an hourly swing anywhere? We did take out the previous 4 hour lows, previous hourly low, so naturally, yeah, could set up higher, but I still think they bring this down, in my opinion. We'll see though. We'll wait here, let it do its thing. Um, if they get it above the 135s, then it's looking rough.
Rough.
I'm gonna set up the premium and the discount here on the 15-second just to kind of observe their reaction. Um, because I don't really want to marry a bias here. I kind of want to stay, I want to stay versatile. I want to
Yeah, Kaz,
stay
Kaz, I know
nimble.
what you're saying, but you can't say TGIF down if the week is already bearish. TGIF is a retracement of the weekly. It's basically the formation of the weekly wick. So if a TGIF play on a bearish week would be closing the day out on a bullish play. That's what I was saying. That's all.
Iceman. Let's see. Tapping into discount here. It is what it is. Seems like it's seeking lower here. Did we tap into that discount? What's ES doing? Mm, similar boat.
Is what it is. Yes, that is what it is.
It is what it is. Trust me, you get what you give. Bliss.
It is
I
what it
cannot see
is.
heaven being much better than this.
Nothing here for me. Nothing.
Tempted to short this actually, but we'll see. Getting a very pretty bullish reaction here from the discount zone. I just want to see if they continue this distribution to the lows, which I do think they will.
It just inverted. They'll probably
Yeah,
fall right through. We got projections. We got projections is to meet.
I think ES is like the only thing that's holding NQ up right now. Because if ES starts to get a move on, then NQ is looking for some dumpage. ES and NQ have been pretty decorrelated though in terms of the open, if that's even the word for it. Mhm. I think they get a move on here. Yeah. Bring it to the lows, maybe? No. Struggling. Oh, there she goes. Send it. They're really defending that 30,000 area, by the way. It tapped into 30,000 perfectly, and they're just absolutely defending the fuck out of it, from what it seems.
I mean, you're on a 15-second chart. So.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
That's, there we go. Yeah, starting to show some give.
They took out that low.
I'm gonna be hanging out in
Don't
the
forget to
15.
record. Thank you, Alex. Bro, goat. You're actually the goat. Volatility is pretty high. Yeah, I think they keep grinding this down below the lows, boys. We'll see. No trades for me here. Just close out my gold calls. I mean my gold puts, sorry.
Yeah, you better close out those gold calls if you're in college.
Yeah, yeah. No, I entered gold puts yesterday during the PM session. I was like, guys, this is what I'm taking. I'm taking the hourly order block. Bit of a consolidation here near the low, just on this lower time frame chart, but yeah, not seeing anything I love, boys and girls. Not seeing anything I love immensely. I do think they just end up kind of consolidating here, dumping it potentially, but ES is showing some
Weakness.
yeah, so some weakness. I'm going to suck your blood. Yeah, I don't want to long this, and I don't want to short it either.
Yeah.
That's just me being, even though I do like the fact that we are gonna go lower. I just there's no position for me to short. Um, there could be potentially here on the 1 minute order block, which means I'd be shorting basically the lows, and my stop would be up high, which involves me be having a incredibly large stop. But I mean, shit, you know, 021s. Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna let price get back into the 021s, see if it wants to react off that bearish order block. 15-minute swing, 15-minute internal, bearish order block on the one would be a continuation play for sure. But I also would love to see it retrace back into a premium of this current range. My mouse is, which 034s, anything above here, I think is short worthy.
I'm gonna go to the washroom and consult with my quant. I'll be right back.
Quantitative. But yeah, I just think the hourly is seeking distributions lower, so I want to see if maybe they want to take this 1 minute OB and run with it, or if we're setting up for higher. But the thing is, I doubt that. ES has these equal lows before below. I think we still just want to take those out. So I'm gonna wait for a retrace back up into the 34s, and then at the 34s, I'll look to potentially catch a short if we manage to get a 15-second order block up here. No trades for me. See ya, brother. Iceman. Iceman, no more Mr. Nice Man. Actual bar from the album. Yeah. Really struggling to even get into some sort of premium here. which kind of sucks. I'd love to get some cells. It feels like one of those days where I might be right on the direction, just no execution on my end, which is that's fine. Anyways, close out my calls there for nearly 2 hour on that. Yeah, boys. Womp womp womp.
What happened?
My favorite song off that album? I don't know. It's a good question. Do you know if Juno ever goes break even on his trades? I'm sure he does. I just don't know what his criteria is, to be honest. But I'm sure he does. All right, my mouse is dead. Yeah, I'm sure he does. I mean, you do have a breaker. You actually genuinely do. I think you do have a breaker set up here, which if I'm not mistaken, it would be this candle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 1 minute unicorn on ES. Nice. The thing is, it's like if it's a really strong downtrend day, it's one of those days where you won't get that retrace. It'll just trend. It won't give you the retrace that you want. But the moment you're like, oh, it's if it's a strong downtrend day, it's not gonna give me a retrace. Let me just short this. And then it retraces completely and stops you out, right? So there's really no point in you getting burned on that. Would you rather wait and potentially not take a trade or take a trade and then get absolutely burned on it? Yeah, Juno goes break even when price closes further than the near time swing point in the trade direction. That makes sense.
I think 744. We don't have any, so we don't have any sort of 50-minute breaker prep. This is just pure expansion. So if this 4 hour closes like this, I'm anticipating 10 is just probably going to continue off of that and go into these relative equal lows that we talked about.
Yeah, I'm telling you, 736 or 763s. Yeah. Friday is just one of those days, guys, where I'm like, I'm completely okay with just not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of see like a candle closing
I
like
gotta see something
this,
I love.
10 a.m. opening high and either reversing there or 10:15. There's one of these. We get some SMT inside of this gap.
Friday is for the ass. What? Also, not to shamelessly plug myself in here, but you should follow me on Instagram.
No, 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 no. Me on Instagram. I had 40 followers yesterday.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. I got some banger posts already.
The lab team is on that content grind. I think you meant ask. Maybe. We'll see what Dr. Lecter says. Maybe he clarifies this.
Oopsie poopsie. Don't pull up my terminal.
How many of you in here are like FOMOing out the mouth right now to try to catch a short? Be real with me. It's okay to be honest. I mean, I'm like FOMOing. I'm like, oof, short right now would bang because I've got such a strong draw, but
Thank you, Darian.
not me.
I need to
Yeah,
post a
boys.
reel today,
No,
which
waiting for the
what do
internal. Hell yeah. In the short shit. No, I meant what I said. See, Darian. Darian.
I?
Definitely me. Yeah, I know you are. London. He's like $300 away from passing his eval. I can just tell this guy's foaming out the mouth right now.
Ooh,
Try and
I know
pass
that
that eval.
I know
It's
the feeling.
okay. It's the same thing if you pass it today or Friday, Monday. It's the same. My TP just got hit. Hell yeah, Smash. Congratulations. Yo, shout out Smash. Good stuff. TP just got hit on his short.
Nice. Um, I gotta ask you guys, as people who scroll social media, obviously, what sort of trading content do you guys like to see specifically on Instagram? I want some ideas for what to post and stuff. Like trade breakdowns for sure, carousels and reels, psychology stuff maybe. Would you guys listen to psychology stuff? Setups, okay.
Holy dumpage, bro. Good
RP dot
Lord.
trades. I've never heard of him.
This is crazy. Who's RP trades? This is gonna be some slop.
RP profits. Oh, just show. Yeah. If it's RP profits, then I'm good on that.
Yeah, not for me.
No,
A day in the life. I want to see a day in the life. Are you guys in a trade? No. No, we are not.
no,
Even though I was
nada.
so confident, I was like 9:30 is gonna melt. It didn't though. 9:30 gave us a really nice retrace and then it melted. It's almost at that draw, boys. Slowly but surely making its way to that
I
draw.
want to see it. I want to see it stall out here at 2.5, and then I want to see 10 o'clock get up into this 9:30 for value gap for a continuation lower.
I want to see. Let's dance.
Leo's psychology stuff is good. Yeah, he does have a good method of doing that. He's got a lot of good insights. TBH, I like seeing a mix of trading content, news, daily, weekly reviews, and a weekend and month results and vlogs to get to know you more, you know? Okay, I could do that. There's so many things, and like I edit all my own stuff, so it's tough. Like I can't be bothered to pay an editor to do anything for me.
I mean, not yet, you know?
Not yet. It's not bothersome enough yet.
It'll make sense when you're actually seeing a gain from it, you know?
Like right now, like I just need to post reels and get discuss and like get
Yeah.
engagement and reach. So like trade breakdowns, I'll post maybe some psychology stuff, but like I can edit half decent. Um,
Still drooling, wanting to scalp this short. Bro, relax. Whenever you're about to enter a trade, ask yourself, is this actually a trade or am I just gambling? If it's not the first, don't take it. You want to short this, where would you even put your stop? At the
yeah.
high? Here we go. Which here we go. 0.5 R trade.
London, why don't you just wait for your fucking model to print and just take it?
He
Why don't
actually
you
trades
what? Trades what?
unicorn.
Yeah, why don't you just take the trade that you trust the most and the one that's gotten you this far already instead of trying to be a dickhead. Like we've all
We
been
could
there. We've
we
all been there. You're
could
waiting, good man. And it's good. Like and these these sort of feelings that you're getting, they do not dictate action whatsoever. Like you're feeling FOMO is completely normal. Completely normal. Trade breakdowns like Alex does is a good start, I guess. Yeah, I did one yesterday. Mine are going to be a little bit different because I like to yap a bit more. Alex is very concise. I like to yap. I'm a yapper. Yeah, trade breakdowns. I'm writing all this down, by the way. Trade breakdowns, the odd like lifestyle. So like day in the life, or like what my morning looks like before getting to the charts.
Looks like.
Lurks like. Sorry, I fumbled my words.
Oh, guys, we're back at the weekly open. Send this shit higher immediately
What?
on ES.
Oh, wait. Does ES look way different?
Send this shit higher now.
Oh, like previous week open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
we get a 15-minute swinger, I'm fucking long in this.
We need to.
But,
I need to see a
but.
breaker prepped.
Nah, yeah. Day in the life of a firefighter who trades NQ. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't want to mix my work with. I want to keep my work completely separate. I don't want. Yeah. I don't want to film while at work. Because like when I'm not at work, like when I'm at home trading, like there's nothing to do with work or nothing to do with firefighting when I'm at home. Right. And I don't trade while I'm at the hall. So yeah. I see the angle, but I don't want to have HR be like, hey,
Why are you?
yeah, why are you filming at work? Why are you doing this and that and the other? Yeah. Setup means the trading view screen and stuff. Yeah, honestly, my highest engagement post in so long on Twitter was like just a picture of my setup
Setup.
with Claude Code open. Like it was just yeah, it was so simple. Like 10,000 views on it. 135 likes. It was a screenshot of my execution on the 5 minute my screen. That shit goes. Yeah, day in the life, life off the charts. I need a nicer car so I could LARP people into thinking that I'm rich because I have a nice car. Can I borrow your
I'm
M4?
rich. Sorry.
Can I, yeah, just let me come to Florida and I'll rent your car for the day.
Rent my car. You gotta let me drive the fire truck.
Deal. MTV Cribs for the lab. I don't know how I feel about that. My house isn't anything special. Big yard, regular old house. LARP the fire truck, yeah. How funny would that be? I bought this fire truck with my trading profits. I literally here I'll do this. I took a picture of it the other day.
That's hilarious, actually. That's pretty funny.
Here, hang on. Oh shoot, I sent the wrong thing. Wait. It's- oh, it's too big. Fuck. Can I do this? There we go. I just post this. New whip, who dis?
This is what this is what my trading profits got me.
Yeah, if I could do it, you can do it too.
If I can do it, you can do it too.
Trading trading got me here. $1 million truck. Crazy. Yeah. Everyone's out
It's
here buying
is it not
G
more than that?
wagons. This one here, I think, was about 1 million, just over 1 million.
Who budgets these things, by the way? I'm curious.
The city or the
The city?
municipality that, yeah. So like we're hired through, we work for the city, or whatever your municipality. So like we get our budget through council
I see. Okay.
with them. Yeah. Yeah. So like our management and our union will, well, not so much our union, our management will negotiate our budget every year, every fiscal year with the council. Yeah, LARP the fire truck. Yeah, who else is doing this?
Nobody. You'd be
Nobody.
one of one.
One of one. I think it'd be kind of comical.
It would be.
Maybe I'll post it later. Everyone's out here buying Lambos and G Wagons. Look what
We're
I
buying
got.
fire trucks. Pussy.
Look what I got with my payouts. Buy a fire truck, pussy. Uh,
You guys are
okay, looks
LARPing,
like
LARPing G wagons.
yeah. How many gallons of water can you
Pussy.
fit in your fucking car? Huh?
Pussy.
Psh, how big is the ladder on your Lambo? Hmm?
Does
How
your
much?
Lambo can't
How
shoot
many?
water?
Here's a little wordplay. How many hoes can you fit in your vehicle? Hmm?
That's a good one. Good one.
Uh, okay, looks like we're just going to deliver straight to the target without getting any sort of entry. Bummer. So we mapped out the 15-minute bearish breaker today. Obviously, did not take it for obvious reasons due to the fact that NFP was right around the corner. I was thinking I did not want to stand in front of that just on the off chance that we do get some sort of weird cook wiki price action. So I did want to get cooked on that. If it wasn't NFP day today, I probably would have been short on this um, 15-minute breaker for sure. But given the news event and given the environment, um, did not take it. And there was no other opportunity. I guess a continuation, you could have taken a continuation off of this 1 minute breaker once we had the 9:30 mitigation back into
Jesus,
the
dude.
5 minute. But my looks like my day is going to be a wrap.
Yo, bang on this draw though, but nothing from me, boys. I was looking for some options, but I don't I'm not liking anything. But yeah, we were bang on that draw. Kind of called it, not even gonna lie. I was like, it's gonna be one of those days where I'm gonna be right on the direction and I'm just gonna have nothing to do.
Mhm.
And then gold is
Yep.
just fucking dumping. Yes! Yes! Exactly. This fucking asset, dude. This dump is long overdue. It's
Yeah.
going to 4,000 flat. This fucking dump is long overdue. The hose in your
Let's
vehicle betrays
see.
mine, saves lives. Damn, it's kind of beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, I think this is probably going to conclude my week, guys. I'm going to
Yeah, call it, brother.
work on some other stuff. Closing the week out, a little over 4 hour on the week, about
Oh
2,000
yeah.
buckaroos. So, starting the month off strong. One green day or two green days, one, I guess two break even days and two green days. That's kind of what I got.
Da-da-da-dee-dee-dee-da-da-da. All right, well, there's our draw. That external low has been taken out now. Um, so yeah, gonna long. So naturally, I'm gonna long this thing.
Why the
If
dump?
you
Um, it,
if you disagree, what's
it
up?
wasn't
Sorry.
news German. Why the dump? Any news? There was NFP today, but like this, I wouldn't say that it needed to be a news reaction. It's just that's the draw on liquidity. We had the increased volatility and volume due to NFP in the open. Yeah, there's it's just the way the market moves, dude.
Call me crazy, but I'm long from the 93s. Call me crazy.
You're crazy. You're so
93s
crazy.
flat. Stop is at the 71s. I'm just looking for this external high up here. 832s.
You're nuts.
I'm nuts.
You're nuts.
15-second scalp here. I was so late to call that out. I'm sorry. But yeah, I just got filled there on my Robinhood. I marketed in. I'm in for one micro, super small size. But yeah,
Did ES take out its previous weekly low?
I like the setup here. Can't deny it. I've got about $40 of risk running on this trade. Previous
ES
50-minute low, previous
formed
hourly low.
ES formed equal lows at its previous weekly low. I'd like to get a retracement and then dump it.
Yeah, I'm just letting this thing ride. Once we get above into the 83s, I think I'll go break even. Hopefully, if we get a nice little push here, which I'm hoping to see. Almost retagged my entry there, which is fine. I just want to see a continuation here into the 83s. Oof, looking rough, boys. But yeah, I'm in. I'm just letting you guys know this is super small risk for me. I'm not risking a lot of money on this trade. It's about $40 worth of
Ooh,
risk. Um, but I do like it. I like the fact that we've taken a previous hourly low, previous 4 hour low. Um, is it previous we tagged into my draw. But let's see if we just get a merked here at the 71s. Which it might look like it. No. Doobie dabby doobie dolly dee dee da da. Literally 2 points away from my stop. This will be, I know I'm kind of counter trend trading here, but if we are able to catch this, we're essentially catching the low on the daily candle. So let's see. Can we get a nice push back above here? Does it want to reject? But yeah, super small risk. Just letting everybody know. I do understand that this is a really high risk trade, which is why my size is so small. I'm just letting everybody know. Let's see if we get a push here back into the 29, 840s. If we can get a nice little push, but this 3 minute looks like it wants to redistribute lower. It tied into that 3 minute imbalance, 5 minute as well. Let me see. Let me check the five. Nope, no 5 minute imbalance. So yeah, I'll be looking to go break even at the 830s if we get a nice little pop there, but again, it is super, super strong to the downside here. Can we get a nice little pop here? Come on. Get us into the 30s. Get us into the 30s and I'd be a happy camper. Now. Yep.
Well,
You calling it, Bray?
I'm just watching here. I kind of like that ES went and created those equal lows, engineered
Yeah,
some liquidity here. If we can get a deep enough retracement up, I would love to short the bejesus out of it. But we already have that 15-minute for value gap SMT. Don't really have any sort of breaker prepped. It might just be curtains. Once we take out this low 70.44, I'm
but I
probably going to
stopped
just
out there,
call it.
boys. Unfortunate.
That shit is perfect. Well timed. Can we get some L's in the chat for Alex, please?
Oh fuck, they're really gonna run this?
Can we get some L's in the chat, gang?
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
No.
That's so funny. Oh,
Dude.
Darian, you're on my list, bro. You're on my list,
And
buddy.
and
Congratulations.
yeah, we got some
Oh, I'm writing all these names down. You are all on my list.
yeah, you guys remember that giveaway? You guys could
Oh,
kiss it goodbye.
I'm, love that sound effect. Yeah, dude, I can't believe I literally just got bottom ticked on this stop, and it's now pushing higher. That is unbelievable. I take my L back. Nah, it's okay. I was just joking. Unreal.
Do you want me to share my recent Instagram post about stop losses? I'm just kidding.
Fuck you.
I'm just playing. I'm just
Oh,
playing.
dude, boys, they're really gonna run this. That is crazy. I got greedy on that stop. Okay, took out the previous 5 minute high. I would have hypothetically been break even here already. Perfect for stop loss. Yeah, yeah. It is. It honestly is the perfect sound effect for stop loss. I won't deny it.
Do we have one for TP?
No, but we should make one. I don't know what it could be though. And pew 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 for a TP.
What's a funny?
It's so funny. But yeah, okay, one trade, $40 loss, boys. I'm not too pressed about it.
We need some burnt peanut soundboards.
The guy at the investor center that says, "How the fuck did you do that?" That would actually be sick. That would be sick. Good setup. Yeah, it was a good setup. It was poor execution on my end. No way we're ending the week with ES equal lows. That's exactly how we would end off the week. That is exactly how we would end off the week.
I want to short the fucking pants off of this thing once we get us set up.
Really? I don't want to short this anymore. I think
Oh, dude,
we can get
100.
back.
Yeah, this is gonna set. Like, I think we set a swing high 10:30 or in this next 15-minute candle. We form a swing high, and then you can take it take a run at the lows. But like we need, if we're gonna go higher from here on any sort of long-term basis, we need a high time frame breaker in place, in my opinion. We
Yes,
need
man,
that.
equal lows. Yes, retrace to 15-minute FEG target. The equal lows. No, I don't know. I think I personally think that ES keeps those equal lows, and we don't touch them today at all. But we'll see. Could be, could just be instantly wrong. But what I do like is that ES is actually below its its uh its weekly opening price, which makes me think that if we were to reaccumulate somewhere on ES, it would be here. Um, so those are just my thoughts. Then again, you got a nice little retrace here on NQ back into this discounted price point, 50% of the range. If you get a closure above, a fuck, 834s could could potentially see something here. But you would need to see that closure. You need to confirm that closure. If you don't get that closure, then there's just nothing there. But yeah, could be my long coping, my long my long bias coping. Yeah, not looking to take anything right here. You do have that retrace, nice little retrace. Just curious to see if this plays out. Trying to get a closure above the 19s. Retracing to a discount, closure above the candle. But yeah, I'm not don't forget to like, subscribe. Yeah, yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, guys. Thanks for stopping by Friday. It was a really active week. Super good week, actually. What's up,
Hmm.
Juno?
Mr. Juno. Yeah, I like the stream, guys. Like the stream. Follow us on Instagram for more breakdowns and lifestyle stuff and psychology and all the yap you could want.
There she goes. Yeah, nice little setup here. The low of day is in, boys. They're gonna turn this day green.
Wrong.
Watch. Watch how they do
Buy calls
everybody.
then. Put your money where your mouth is. Put calls in.
Wha- You know what? I'll take that.
Do
I'll
it.
take that. Fuck it. What's my risk here? To fucking $100 on some calls? Worst case
Seem pretty
scenario, I lose
confident.
a
Make it a
hundred.
thousand.
Yeah, I'm stealing your long idea. Hell yeah, Willie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now 1K? Now you're crazy. See, now you're bugging. Would never risk $1,000 on a strong down. Make it 10K, bitch. Look, listen. Listen.
Yeah. There you go, boys. Hold
What
them
the fuck?
accountable. Hold them accountable.
Crazy work by the both of you. You guys are going on my list. Blah blah.
Blah
This
blah.
range is high. Blah blah. Yo, Juno's
Juno's
getting a call from me
cooking
later
you.
today.
Yeah. So I really didn't like, yeah, you're gonna turn into HR, Alex, and I'm unglued.
Oh shit! I had a fucking limit on MNQ. I had to cancel them. We just might need to be risking big. None of this $100 shit. Dude, fuck that. Anyways, low of the days in. You heard it here first. So low of the days in. Fucking random 100-point candle to the downside. Imagine. That'd be hilarious.
I'm watching that 930 for value gap. CVS wants to get up in there. All up in there. It's
If
a shit. Yeah. 100% he will not let us forget it.
if today ends green, I'm literally never gonna forget it, which I genuinely
I
think
don't
it
think
will.
I wouldn't forget it. You think it's going to close green? You think we're going to amass 500 points
Yep.
and close the day green? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How much money are you willing to bet?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything. How much are you willing to sacrifice? Everything.
If I, how about if I'm right, you cover my flight to Florida. If you're right, I'll cover your flight to Canada.
Uh, it, hmm. It depends on how much. Business class? Fuck no. Uh,
Better stay in Canada? Why? I'm not allowed to travel? Am I not allowed to see the world?
we are the world.
I'll be right back.
If I go out today, am I pulling a chick too? What do you say, Alex? Yeah. Yes. Guys, if we end up if today ends green, like which it will, I've seen it time and time again. All right, listen, I don't have to say it has to end up green, but I do think we end up flat. I do think we end up flat. Look at this. It's moving. Low of the day is in, boys. That's all I'm saying. Don't ask me how I know. Yeah. Uh-huh. Got it. Yeah. Low of the day is in. If today ends green, I'll get an ABG to give you a deep tissue massage. He's talking to the Mr. President. What target would you have on this? Uh, Premium, first array in a premium, first high in a premium. So yeah, probably the 74s. Still TP at 30,051. That's bold. I would just be trailing this if I'm honest. Um, that's how I would kind of approach this. If I ever get into a trade this low, I just trail it. Darian, you're funny. You didn't have to delete that, but I appreciate it. Morning, what's up, ketchup? No, I'm not in this before anybody asks. All right, shamelessly not in this, despite this being perfect. Took a stupid, silly small loss this morning. What do we need for this to go green? Where's the CME open? I honestly can't wait for everyone to be shocked. Is this the midnight? Okay.
Had to say bye to the wife. She's off to work.
She's off.
She's off to work.
Anyone interested in reshorting? No. Dude, I honestly genuinely think that low of the day is in. We get above midnight and this day green. And then it's gonna be you're gonna see it on the headlines. It's gonna be biggest NASDAQ recovery. Top three biggest NASDAQ recoveries in history.
This man's is coping.
I'm I wish I was joking. I'm so
Thanks for
serious.
reminding us we are lonely, Bray. So lonely, right? Sorry, pal.
They
He
just wanted to
agreed to the
get this.
business class flights. No, he
Oh,
didn't.
this is
There's
a
no way.
lie.
No way he did.
I can't afford that.
I'd have to fleece Kane for that one, I think. And I'd have to have like a 90% um assurance that I'm gonna win because I can't afford business class like that. I don't got it like that, boys. I'm an economy man. Because I fear the moment that I go business class or first class, I will never want to go back.
Shorty's like a
Mm.
melody in my head that I can't keep on. Got me singing like na 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 every day.
This breaker is freaking massive. I can't even take it. It's got to form a
Which
new
one?
one, but it can't like the 10-12 low.
10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12. On what time frame? The one?
Yeah.
Fuck, boys. They're coming for me.
They're coming for me. Pack your shit.
Don't forget about us when your indicator takes off.
Oh yeah, let me. Oh wait, is it public yet? Yeah, I think it's public.
Which
Let's
one?
pull it. Who knows?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me plot it.
Uno momento.
Looking for the M3 inversion. That's fair. This unicorn's gonna hit too because it's aligned with the fact that our low of day is in.
Running back and forth. There we go.
Damn, boy.
Damn, boy. It's just not coming up. Oh, what the heck? Why don't I have access? Juno. It was working.
Juno.
You got to pay for it. I don't think I do.
Yeah. I don't think so. Hopefully not.
I
Fuck
I don't I
Juno. Fix
yeah.
this.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, charge Bray double.
I didn't want to sound like a
Cambio
dick
ya.
or anything. Oh, the lab meetup in Spain would be nice.
I don't think I do. Funny shit.
Didn't want to flex. Didn't want to seem like I'm flexing or anything.
Fuck, I'm cooked.
Watch 2 degrees DM me and be like, yeah, we're actually gonna retroactively charge you for the past year of the free indicators. Yeah. No dice for shorts for me. This breaker is way too big. Way too big.
This is
But
way
I think
too
it's
big.
just gonna drop it, I think.
Tapped
It's
Alex.
hot.
What's up? Tapped what? What about me? We're fucked. We're fucked. Great.
Well, I don't think I'm going to get an entry. I wanted to see a little bit of a smaller breaker form before getting short. It's kind of just it retraced. It did exactly what I wanted it to. I just didn't get my entry signature, which is I'd say okay. I mean, the entry signature is there. The breaker is just a little too big, so that the risk to reward wouldn't be worth it. I think 744 and then 676 are kind of the two spots that I could see us getting to if we are to continue.
The risk to reward.
The risk to reward will demand for 100% win rate update.
Excuse me. Yeah, I tapped into premium. Sucks, boys, to take this low of day. I was so confident.
Don't go back now. You owe me a flight.
I'm still confident they're still gonna bring this up.
But
Low of
like
day
the
is still
deal
in.
is the deal is that it's flipping green.
Oh yeah, it'll still flip green.
Not financial advice, of course.
This shit will still flip green.
That would be crazy, dude. They're prepping a 15-minute breaker. If, yeah, swing low, swing high, lower low, tag into the um, low there, but then we need some sort of SMT.
Great TLM continuation. Yeah, where's Dijon? Oh,
You
all-time highs
sure?
today. Yep, I'm with you.
I'm probably going to bounce though, guys. Not too much to do on my end. So, uh, one of the draws that we talked about today, obviously, has been damn near hit. No way of getting in, though. The only entry opportunity for me would have been taking the 15-minute bearish breaker, resting at PDL, and nested with midnight opening price. But obviously, I didn't want to get in front of NFP. So from there, just kind of missed out on the rest. Didn't really gather any or grab any continuation shorts or anything like that. So yeah, flat day for me. Closing the week out in some green. We'll see if we can replicate that next week and continue our little streak we have going here. I think I have a, what's my green streak? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week green streak. Yeah. See if we can continue that. So you guys make sure you like the stream. Stay till 11. Alex will be on till 11. Mr. Alex, have a good weekend.
Talk to you, brother.
I hope this shit drops to fucking zero, dude.
This thing's going to all-time highs, bro. It's gonna
Yeah.
end green.
All right. Okay. You guys be good. Have a good weekend. I
Peace out,
will
bro. Scott.
chat with y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, let's fucking rip this thing. Just let her go. In from the 841s. Stop is at the low. Tap into the 890s and I'm going break even. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm strictly business here. Yeah, I just told you guys in from 841. It's strictly business here. Send this shit. I'll go break even at the 90s. Strictly business. Business only. Come on. Come on. Push. Push above the 71s. Get us into the 90s. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. I know you want to. I know you want to spool above into the 90s. Come on. 41s, 70. I'm up a couple points here, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Think I might look to go break even here. All right, yeah. I'm going break even here at the 41s. I'll take it. I think we get a nice little push here. What time is it? 10:34. After 10:30, give us a nice little reaccumulation here. Stop is now a break even. Nice push there. Beautiful push. Beautiful, beautiful. Get us into the highs. Got you, brother. Come on. Get us into the 942s. Give us a nice that nice little push there. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful work. Just gonna look to trail potentially into the 900s and secure 60 points there. Whoops. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Wrong order. Beautiful stuff. Come on. Get us into the high to the 941s. All right. I'm looking to aggressively trail my stop here at the 900s. It is what it is. I've trailed into the 900s, secured 60 points on that. So my stop is now trailed to the 900s. My take profit is at 942. Or actually, I'll see if we can get a nice little spool. But yeah, I'm trailed to the 900s. 904 to be precise, actually, on the MNQ. And then if we manage to just get a continuation here into the highs, I'm just gonna look to trail my stop. But I've now secured 63 points on this trade, boys. Beautiful entry, beautiful execution. Let's see if we just get stopped or if it wants to continue into the 94 or 942s. But either way, it is what it is. If we get stopped out, I'm green for 1.64R. If we manage to get above the high, we can just look to continuously trail into those highs. Oh, is it? Is hello, 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 hello. Beautiful call out. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're now in the 919s. Let's see if we get a nice little push here. I don't want to see a failure swing on NQ, but either way, boys, we are safe. We've now secured 1.64R, 60 points on this beautiful trade. Whatever happens, happens. I can look to continuously trail this if we get above the highs. If not, I just get stopped out and it's a happy ending no matter what. And there's my stop out. Boys, beautiful. Banger of a trade. What a banger of a trade, boys. Just an absolute banger of a trade. Great call. Yeah, just an absolute banger. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Now you might be asking, "Oh, Alex, but why did you trail so aggressively?" Like, well, because A, I am counter trend trading. Like, let's just be clear here. Alex, why were you de-risked? Why were you da 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 da? Well, because A, I'm counter trend trading, and B, yeah, you need to have some sort of tool um to uh to de-risk when you know you're kind of going against the grain there. W's in the chat. Yeah. Let's get some. Can we actually do that? Not to, be that person, but I kind of want to do this again. Just for the camera. Just please. Yo, please. I'm asking nicely. If you could just put like W's and ones in the chat, just yeah, please, please. Hell yeah. Dev, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. W's in the shot. I come in to see Alex LARP maxing. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Anyways, that was about $480 on my live account. So I'm only trading with 1 to 3 micros. So sorry, 1 to 4. I'm lying. Don't let me lie. From 1 to 4 micros on my live account. Oof. Kind of a banger. How many trades do I take per day usually? 3. Alex, in that trade, if you were to add more, where would it be? I don't know, man. We would have to close above this high for me to add. But yeah, my biggest thing was a couple like on some downtrends, NQ really loves to make failure swings, which is why I was like, let me just aggressively trail on this. Let me break it down for you actually. So come on, like you guys should know this actually by now. But for those of you that don't, let me walk you through it. First and foremost, we're in candle two of an hourly after taking out an hourly external. So candle two, we've taken out an external. We've taken out previous hourly low, dropped down into a 1 minute chart, right? This is the reaction that you get after sweeping out that previous hourly low. You get a huge impulse into the highs. So my immediate thought is, okay, how do I position myself with the least amount of risk here? So we swept out the previous hourly low, continuation into the highs, right? Started to break above here. Now I have a premium NA discount range, a newly created 1 minute range that now has a premium and a discount. And you guys know me, what am I going to look for? If I'm looking for longs, I'm going to look for the first low at a discount, which was actually here, which we did fail to take out. So I like to use failure swings. I typically mark out 2 to 3 lows at a discount that are points of interest for me. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, but how is that? How is that the swing? Like, how is this one a swing? If it's not even structured as a swing. Like, technically, it should be this one. Like, you're not trading the first low at a discount." Here's the thing: on a lower time frame chart, on the 15 second, if I were to ask you, "Hey, what was the last low that led us into the impulse? It, what was the last low that was created that led us into this impulse here?" And there's going to be two answers. This one here and this one here. So it's not necessarily that it's mostly about it being a swing. It's more so about it being the area that created the impulse higher. So whenever I'm like, there's a point of interest at a discounted price point, for me, it's the area that caused the initial impulse higher on the newly created range. Does that make sense? So price came back down, took out this low, nearly took out that low. And then you guys know exactly what I look for. I look for the candles that potentially swept or pierced these two price points, and then I look for a closure above these candles highs, right? Obviously, on a 30 second, it would look different. You'd probably have a more clean OB. So I was looking for a closure above the A23s, and then obviously, unfortunately I got in a little bit too late because I ended up market entering near the 40s. But yeah, in an ideal scenario, as soon as we would have gotten that close, I would have limited limited at the 23s and then just trailed. But yeah, either way, that is the logic. That is the logic. It's also very, very well still applicable here, right? The low that created the impulse higher, closure above the candle that pierced. You now have a 15-second order block that you could look to potentially play here, but I will not be doing that because I am pretty much done after that trade. Do you mind if you take counter trend? I don't mind. I just look to uh minimize my risk. Or I go smaller size. So here you have the same exact play with the same exact logic, with now an OB that's confirmed and are now seeking higher prices. But yeah, I'm not looking to take any more trades. It is what it is. Hopefully that made sense to all of you. How do you calculate risk and sizing very fast without letting price run? I fumble in such trades because of sizing. You just get used to it, man. You just get used to it. Honestly. Like that's just at least for me, I'm always like, um, whenever I put on a trade, I already know where my entry is gonna be. So I'm like, okay, if my entry's at 830, right? 29,830, and my risk is at 802, or my stop loss is at 802, that's 28 points right? 28 times 4, what is that? 112? 112 ticks. 112 ticks times 0.5 is 56, I think. $56 when so it's my risk is $56 per micro on this trade. So if I do times three, then it's obviously 100 and whatever, $68 of risk, three micros. So I kind of just like work it out. Recommend amount of M&Q cons per trade on a fresh 50K funded. Um, I'd say five. You can get away with five. What time is news? I don't think we have news today. I think NFP was at 8:30. That's it. It's the only news we had that was significant. I would say five micros. Because the thing is, like, with five, I think five is the perfect sweet spot. Because with five micros, you're at $2.50 per tick, right? Which means that on a 100 tick trade, which is on a 100 tick risk, that's 25 points, which I think is an ideal stop size for like if you're trading the 1 minute to five, I think 25 points is ideal. So, and then at that point, your risk is almost from $200 to $250 if you're using five micros, right? You have 2K drawdown, which means you would need 10 consecutive trades to lose that account. Yeah. No, it really is completely dependent on on your average stop size, um, and then how many trades, your win rate, because then based on your win rate, you can calculate how many losing trades you can consecutively take. But for me, at least for me on fundeds, yeah, I'm looking to trade five micros, especially on the 15 second, because my stop is no larger than 10 to 15 points. On a 10-point stop, five micros, 40 ticks, it's $100. So that means it would take me 20 consecutive losing trades to lose that account, which is like statistically, which is like if I'm sticking to my model, is nearly it's impossible for that to happen. But then again, you always obviously take like how much should I risk on my personal? Like $100 on the 15 second. How about passing and evals? How do you take your sizing? Oh, I'm super aggressive. You don't wanna. I'm super aggressive on my evals. You don't wanna. You don't wanna know. Say 50K, dude. I'm in like 20% risk of the drawdown. 20 to 25%, which this is something that I don't usually suggest. Yeah, Chop City. Yeah. My entry is always an OB. I mean, for a 50K prop funded account, how much you risk per trade in USD? I want to say $200, 200 to 250. I'm in a 30-second long on gold from the 1044 30 candle closure. Talk me out of it, brother. I'm super bearish gold. Um, I mean, you have a super the previous 4 hour low, 4 hour external, but I don't know. I just don't like the idea of longing gold at the moment. Any other questions? Hopefully my explanation on the entry was clear. You can do a lot of damage with 2 to 3 micros. That trade that I caught the other day was almost nearly $400 and it was on 2 micros. But this is like on my personal because I trade pretty small size on my personal. There's no need for me to trade large size on my personal. That's the truth. Tell me what you want. 10 is at 10:53. All right, boys. I think I'm gonna call it there. So usually you manage to take 40 ticks per risk trade. On a 15-second scalp, yeah. That's typically what my risk is. 10 to 15 points. Because on this OB here, had I executed on it, of course. Obviously, sometimes I'm a little late, but you're looking at, yeah, 17 points of risk there, 68 ticks. And that's because we've seen increased volatility. Like, what's the VIX at? I'm assuming it's a little higher. Yeah, VIX is higher. So, yeah. Because um I use M1 and sometimes one candle costs more than 40 ticks. Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course, I'm speaking to my scenario with my 15-second scalps. But then again, like if you have a larger stop, then just decrease size. That's what those micro contracts are for. They're just a risk adjustment. If you want to take the trade or whatever, and there's increased volatility and your stop is in 80 points as opposed to 40, just half your size and it's still the same amount of dollar risk. No, I don't aim for 2R. I don't have a fixed R. I trail. I have a fixed break-even point, and then I look to trail to 1.5 and then 2 if possible. Only one trade? No, I took two. I took a small loss earlier in the morning, and then I took the winning trade a couple of minutes ago. What's up, though, Slayer? How are you? Chilling, brother. Awesome week, Alex. Let's do the same next week. I'll do your breaks. Thank you. What do you mean trail? How's the weather over here? Oh, it's perfect. By trailing, I mean trailing my stop loss. So, like in how I did in this trade, this is obviously very dependent on the environment, and this is something that I talked about yesterday. But whatever. Let's say here's my trade, this is my stop. That's my ultimate. If my ultimate goal is up here, I look to trail. So obviously, I have a set break even, but if I can trail to 1.5R or 2R to secure those profits, and I see that it's continuously going higher, I'm just going to look to trail my stop to secure profits. So in this particular scenario, we managed to, where did we close out? The 904s for nearly 60 points. Um, so I actually got stopped out here at 1037 when I trailed to 904 and I secured those 60 points. So I'm pretty aggressive with my trails, especially if I'm counter trend trading. But if I'm not counter trend trading, I won't be as aggressive because I know that I can give it some breathing room. Anyways, boys, I'm gonna call it there. I appreciate you guys. Where do I see NQ going? I see consolidation, to be honest. Um, appreciate you guys. Uh, any questions, let me know. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Feel free to subs like, subscribe. Head over to profrom.compare. Head over to profrom.compare. Create an account. Join the Profrom Discord. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we will talk. Peace.